Welcome. Sorry about that. I forgot to flip a switch. Welcome to the live stream. I am Keith. Probably no music playing in the intro. Hopefully it was, because my hyperdeck does go directly to the ATEM. Well, welcome to the live stream. My name is Keith. This is Life Journey Production Studios. We got the fire going. We have the monitor happening. You can see what's going on. We've got the twinkle lights happening. Skycam was running before we got live, and hopefully we're going to be able to get chat on the air tonight. A couple things have been wigging out, so we'll just see. Yeah, can get that up there. So hi, Freddie. It's good to see you. Let me know if everything is working now. Fine. It's good to see you, Hank. As always, thank you for joining me. Also, it looks like we've got Dennis in the house. Good to see you, Dennis. It's been a while, but great to have you tonight. From Canada, we have Tony here from Quick Tech Solutions. Go check out these guys' pages if you haven't already. And I already said hi to Freddie. He is the early bird as usual. And so I appreciate that. It's good to see you, Joe. Thank you for joining me, and we'll say hi to more of you all as the night progresses. It's a little warm in here. We got the fireplace going, and I'm excited to be with you tonight. Just wanted to give you kind of an overview of what's going to be happening, and I'll keep an eye on the chat. I'm glad you love the fire, Joe. Let's see, is that going to go on the air here? Yeah. So thank you. So fire in the background. We have decorations happening in the studio. And if you tune in when we start tonight, actually had a couple little issues with my intro video. Intro video played fine, but I did have my key on the air. And so that put my still image over top of everything. So I was just playing the still image with music in the background, but still was able to do my Skycam, which lays over everything. So that's exciting. So we are going to be doing a little unboxing tonight. And hopefully you guys saw that the Stream Deck is the agenda tonight, the Plus. And I'm actually recording ISOs tonight, and going to hopefully use some of this material for a video that I plan on doing in the next couple days. Got Zoe barking in the background because my wife has clients coming and going. I've got my coffee, and I have my cold drink, which is probably more appropriate tonight because it is toasty in the studio. So we're going to unbox and hook up the new Stream Deck Plus, and it actually has 8 buttons as well as a little LED strip that's touchable, has some nice features, and it has some control knobs. Some of you have already let me know that you already have one, but we're going to do some unboxing tonight. I haven't unboxed this. Hopefully I can get it open because I didn't bring a knife tonight, but I have it right here. Let me pull it down. So there it is. It's got the Santa hat on, and it has not been opened. So we're going to unbox this here shortly and talk about that and hook it up and see how that goes tonight. But I'll pop that back up there for right now. Then part 2 tonight, my post show, is not going to be live, but it is going to be a Zoom gathering. So if you would like to be a part of that Zoom, there is a link in the descriptions below. Let me show you that page. Let me find it here. Open that website back up again. So if you haven't already received the invite to that Zoom and you want to attend, number one, you have to be a subscriber. You have to be familiar to me, which would be fine if you're in the chat tonight. That would be great. Let me do this real quick here. Let's say hi to Doug. It's good to see you. Thank you for joining me. DJ Ware, it's great to have you here. And I think I have caught up with everybody that's in the chat. So then after we do the live tonight, it's going to end probably about 5:10 tonight, hopefully. Then at 5:30, we're going to have that Zoom meeting. And so you can be a part of that. If you haven't already received the Zoom invite, many of you have already gone to my website and registered, or we're already emailing back and forth. So if you haven't accepted that invite, it should be in your inbox. So check your junk folder. Lots of you should have received that. In fact, I think everybody in the chat tonight has been invited. I'm not sure. I think I have Lieutenant A.K. Allen as well. But let me just take care of this right off the bat here. Get my logo back up there. So let's see, how can we do this? Me and my laptop. So right here on my web page, and the link is in the descriptions below, you just have to pop your email in right here. And during the break between the live tonight and the Zoom that starts at 5:30, I will then send you an invite with the link to the Zoom, and you can join me tonight. What are we going to do tonight in the Zoom? We're going to just have a chance to talk face to face. I'm going to share a highlight for my year. I'm asking everybody that joins tonight to share a highlight for 2022, something that happened in your world that you'd like to share with the group, and then a holiday gift idea. And I had my 6 top gifts last week, but I did reserve one of my all-time favorites for tonight. I'm going to share that only in the Zoom. Ratso will also make an appearance in the Zoom. He's in his holiday spirits, so that ought to be fun. That will be in the Zoom later tonight as well. And again, it's not going to be recorded or broadcasted. So if you join that, it's just going to be live, and hopefully the technology will work because we are going to be using Zoom. And so again, I could record the screen. I'm not going to record tonight. I'm not going to broadcast that Zoom meeting. That is just going to be a face-to-face group tonight. And so I hope that you will consider joining me. And again, just fill out this little box right here with your email, click join. I will get an alert, and then I will open up my Wix account, which is my website software, and then I will get your email and give you an invite either right before the live stream tonight or after we get, or the Zoom tonight, or after we get going in that Zoom. So back to this view. Again, for some reason, my logo is not staying on tonight, but it is. Also, hit the like button. I would really like to get these live videos to get a little bit more views. I'm doing more lives than I am doing uploaded videos right now because I'm really trying to build this live group. I enjoy it. I will be doing an uploaded video later this week on the Stream Deck Plus. That should be exciting when we get that done. So anyway, let me just double check the focus here. Looking good. And okay, so Zoom at 5:30. If you want to join, make sure if you haven't already subscribed, or for some reason you did not get an invite from me yesterday to a Zoom, it would be klbjourney@gmail.com. That's my email. And so if you did not see that, then you need to fill out that little form on my website, and that link is below. I've also included a link tonight to the introductory video from Elgato for the Stream Deck Plus. So if you'd like to know more about that, there's also Amazon associate links below tonight. And if you decide to get a Stream Deck Plus or any of those items I talked about last week, if you use those Amazon associate links, I will get some support, and I appreciate that very much. And if you're watching right now and you can't chat, I'd like to invite you to subscribe, ring the bell if you'd like to know when the next live stream is, the next video, hit the like button, share it. And after 1 minute, you'll be able to chat with us tonight. If you can't chat now, it's because you haven't subscribed to the channel, and I have subscribe chat on tonight. So 1 minute after you subscribe, you'll be able to chat with us, and I welcome you to join us tonight in this live conversation. So before we get started, let's just take a moment, and do you have any highlights from this last week? I've had snow. I had to get the snow plow out yesterday, so that's my highlight. So had to do some repairs because both our snow shovel, which is on wheels for old people, it came apart as my son was using that. The snow blower piece that shovels the snow inside my snow blower came loose. I had to go to Lowe's, which is a big building supply hardware store, and buy some bolts. I spent $33 yesterday on supplies for repairing both the snow plow shovel and my snow blower. So yesterday, that was the highlight. We got about 4 or 5 inches of snow, and it was very, very, very cold. So with my wife having clients, I needed to get everything cleaned off. Monday, we're pretty well footloose and fancy free. But Tuesday, she's busy all day. I'm busy all day. And so we needed to get the driveway going. So any highlights that you've had last couple of weeks? Do you have snow where you're at? How many inches of snow? Freddie, I don't think you have snow in Venezuela. Dennis, do you have snow up north of us? I would love to hear what's happening. So, okay. So before we get to unboxing this, let's go back in the chat here. And yes, Ratsa will be in the Zoom, and that will be fun. Again, he's all festive and ready for the holiday season. It is now officially December, and our house is decorated, and we even have some decorations on the front of the house, and I will make sure that I do a little DJI Osmo 6 tour of that in the weeks to come live, so you guys will be able to see that tour. Hopefully I can cast that to my Apple TV and walk down the hallway to the front door. We'll see. I will video as well and have that ready in case the live fails. So, okay. And Tony's looking forward to chatting with Ratso. Yeah, it's going to be different tonight. Ratso is going to be with me for part of that Zoom call, and we'll see how well that goes. That's why we're not live. You never know what Ratso will do or say, and so we'll see how that goes. So Freddie has no snow in Caracas, Venezuela. We have all climates in the country. So when would snow be? What time of year, Freddie, do you get snow? Would it be this time of year? I'd love to hear that. 60 to 70 Burr, no snow in Southern California, says Lieutenant A.K. Allen. 60 degrees Fahrenheit right now. Freddie, that sounds nice. That would be nice. That's a little cool, but that would be cool to have that weather here. It's a lot cooler than that. Oh, I see this. You never know what I'll do in the Zoom call tonight, so just be ready. So we'll see how that goes. So that's Joe asking about that. Let's see. I don't think anybody else has joined tonight, but we'll scroll up here just to make sure I haven't missed anybody saying hi. Almost positive I said hi, Hank, earlier. That's you saying hi to Freddie. It's good that you guys are communicating with each other. You're going to get a chance to meet each other tonight if you join me in that Zoom. Okay, got some more comments down here. Let's see. DJ Ware is letting us know it's 60 to 70 degrees in north central Texas. My grandmother and grandfather and my mom all lived in Texas. And so my mom was raised in Texas until she was like a late teenager. And so that's kind of the home of my family. And from my mom's side is right there in Texas. Don't ask me where, I can't remember. It's been too many years. No snow in South Carolina. Freddie says snow is all year in Medea. Meda, is that like the mountains, or it says a state? And then southeast North Carolina, perfect weather to take out the Harley, which I'll be doing tomorrow. Wow. Well, I guess if you're going to live in an area like that, you might as well take advantage of it and enjoy it. Yeah, we should get some video footage of you on the Harley and share that on your channel, Tony. That would be really cool. Okay, so enough chit chat. Let's get to it. It's 20, almost 20 after. Let's dive into this little puppy right here. Who knows where that hat will appear in the Zoom show, but it's off the Stream Deck now. So I have the Stream Deck in my hot little hands. Let's change to a different view. If I can find one that's suitable here. Where are you? Turn this on and back off again. Chat off the air. Switch to my overhead camera here. Reposition that. And let's go. So here we are in the different view. Here is the Elgato Stream Deck. We are going to be unboxing it. Here's the top. Here's the side. And let me go full screen here just to see how focused we are. Let's dial that in just a little bit right there. And here's the back. Got all the information there, pictures, and they do a nice job on their boxes. That's the official Stream Deck logo right there, Stream Deck Plus, and I'm excited to unbox this tonight and get it open. So you can see I haven't broke the seal, even though it's been torn here. Looks like someone else may have dinked around with this. Hopefully not. I got that off. Got another one right here that hasn't been played with. And see if we can get that off. Here we go. It is off and ready to unbox. Flip that over. Pull the box off. And you have this nice little cover right here. Let's add some light tonight so you can see a little bit better. And so nice little presentation with the cutout. That's really nice. And then inside that obviously is the paperwork. And there is a little opening right here. And inside that is the paperwork. Anything else in there? Their little booklet, which they've always had. Maybe those lights are just too hot. Let's go back to less light. So there's the booklet. And it's quite a few pages in different languages, obviously. And inside you have this wonderful little toy. And you can take a look. It's all together. We've got some plastic on the bottom we will take off. And that reveals this nice little rubber pad, which is really nice. Let's dive into this box. There should be some more stuff in here. I feel a cable just underneath here. So there's your cable. I have my cable already plugged in from my my other Stream Deck, so we're going to use it. It is right here on the desk, and that's it in the box. It is now empty, so we're going to put this back in here. Nice little presentation. Slide this back in there. We'll put that back up on the shelf for right now. And so there's a look at it. Nice big buttons. These are larger buttons. You have the touchscreen, and then you have these knobs, and they are attenuated. Let's see, can we bring this light up now a little bit? So if I plug it in right here, should come alive. It might need more power than this one has. So that's what happens when you do this live. Not sure why that didn't fire it up. But where there's a will, there's a way. Okay. Please stand by. Let's try this again. It is trying to boot up. Let's do this. Let me open the software here. Okay, so there we go. What it did is it was asking me to copy my profile from my other deck to this. And so there's the buttons right now. Let's change to a different view here. This 3-box. And you can see the software and the Stream Deck all together, even though my microphone is now kind of in play here. So now you can drag and drop different buttons on here. So let's say I want to drag in, let's see, where is it here? So now I have control of my other fill light, which is this light right here. So if I go back to the normal settings, it looks like this. And then if I use this button that I just made right here, let's just double check. Then it brings the light up. And then I should be able to drag these on to, let's do this. Let's grab the on button. So now I have set the brightness of my strip light, which is back there. And on this, I should be able to tap on that and bring it up and down. Strip light's not on at all for some reason right now. Let's see here. Let's try this again. They are on, and let's see. So I can tap it on, and off. And then I should be able to raise and lower the brightness just with the knob, which is great. So I've added one icon to the touch strip, and now I can add more. So let's add how about adjust temperature? Okay, now I can adjust the temperature of my fill light right here. So I can turn that key light off, and I can turn it back on again, and I can actually change the color temperature and dial it up and down. That is really cool. So I love the fact that you can touch them on and off. So you have that function, and then you have the ability to dial them up and down. And then if I have multiple pages, so let me create another page here and drag some buttons on here. Adjust brightness. Let's make this my key light, and now I can swipe back and forth to pages. So that's page 2, it's page 1, and I love that feature as well. So not only can you add all 8 buttons, and they're larger, and you can still push, change the buttons, I can create a background for that section. So let's click on it here. Open background library. So I can click on that. And now I have that background chosen, and I could make my own profiles for this as well. So you can also stack buttons, so I could have a number of buttons on top of each other. We'll show you how that works. Let's see here. My mouse is giving me trouble here. So here I can stack now in that button. So we're going to go brightness. Adjust brightness. And that's going to be on my light strip. 5%. Adjust temperature. And that will be on my key light fill. Okay, so now we have stacked some right here. So I should be able to push the button, and it's scrolling through those. Don't know if you guys can see that or not. Let me try that full screen here. That would be 3. Yeah, and it's just not showing up because it's just too bright. So let's get rid of that background. So we'll reset that to default so that you guys can see that. I guess that's as close as focus I can get. So if I push the button, it's going through the different layers that I created. So I can have all of these just by tapping on the button. So then I get the color temperature. Now I can turn that light on and off. And now I can dial the color temperature either way on that light, and you can see it affecting my left hand with the color temperature. That's very cold, and then this is very warm. And then again, off, on, off, on, and that's the light strip behind me, and I can turn the brightness up of the light strip behind me, and then my Elgato key light on the other side, same one. I have that adjusting twice. So there you go. So nice little device. I plan on using this mobile with my studio, and should be fun. So we've unboxed the Elgato Stream Deck Plus. We have loaded some buttons on the strip. Now, again, you can use it with different programs. You can use it with Adobe Premiere. You could use it with Final Cut. And you'll be able to use those knobs to adjust settings. So you could use it with the EQ. You could use it with just about anything. So the reason I got the knobs and the Elgato Stream Deck Plus is so I can do some live streaming and be able to do some editing using it, to do some controlling. And then if you download the Wave sound plugin, you can use it with your studio. So you could use it to control volume in a Zoom meeting and all that stuff right from the front of that device. So let's go back to my PC here and turn chat on the air, and let's see what you guys have to say. Good to see you, TVJ. Thanks for joining me. Good to see you, Jason, again. Joining me on the live stream. Have a safe drive, Jay, and thanks for listening tonight. Freddie says the new Stream Deck's pretty cool. Tony says the knobs add some cool functionality. Yeah, I do like the ability to reach over and just grab those knobs. So again, back to this 3-box. Huge functionality when you have the ability to use the knobs, and they are attenuated, and but they can go all the way forward indefinitely, all the way back. So that's great for scrolling forward and back on a timeline. And then you have the ability to use it to set color temperature or set how bright your lights are. And then imagine all the things you can do with it when you're using it with some kind of audio. And again, Elgato has added so many features. You can see now over here on the top screen up there that when you do go between the buttons, right, you get all of these choices for plugins. But then when you go to the LED screen and the knobs, you have a limited choice for those. And I'm sure that that's going to increase, and we'll be diving more into that in my video when I get that done. But tonight I didn't want to dive in too deep, but I wanted to show you that you do have the ability to control it. You can also do whatever you want for the background. So you can create a multi-action just by right-clicking. So you could do one button, do a bunch of things. That's how I get this setting for my lights. And so also this set here. So I can change to camera 1 instead of camera 2. So again, it's a multi-action button. I love to be able to run all of my lights just with one button. Right now, my Mini is not connected for some reason. I've been having issues with it connecting at times, so it is giving me a little bit of heartache. So you could use this to start and stop Zoom meetings. You could use this to do different icons to run your desktop. So if you're showing your PC, you could create profiles for that. And then I love the fact that you can do some layering on the touchscreen, plus the ability to swipe left to change pages. Now I don't have to use a up and down arrow page button. I can just swipe, which is great. So this is a blank page. I just have that one button that I made on it. So we could have 2 pages to demo that. So again, very cool, very handy, just plugs in right there. And I should be able to disconnect this now and go back to the other one. See if that works this time. Yep. And put my mouse back. So now I have a Stream Deck XL. I now have the Stream Deck Plus, which I'm going to use when I do traveling with my laptop, or when I'm over on the desk and I need 2 Stream Decks, one over there and one over here to run the show. But I also have my iPad and have mix effects. And then I have the Stream Deck Pedal, and that's why I have the extra cable. And I'm just using that tonight. I don't have the Stream Deck Pedal hooked up, but that's another great 3-button device on the floor for controlling your live streams. And it's great. So any questions or anything you would like me to demo inside this device while we're live tonight? Because I would love to do that for you and answer any questions about it while we're live, in case you're thinking about getting one. It was one of the 6 items that I recommended. We will look at those 6 items again tonight in case you missed last week's live stream. So volume control, changing screens, being able to do all the different things, that would be a great feature. So Joe says reaching over and grabbing your knob is excellent. You can't turn the Wacom tablet on and off. It's simply a drawing board. I use it to, in fact, they're on sale right now. I use it to run my chat. I also use it as a drawing pad. I could display the Wacom tablet on the screen and draw on the screen, even though I don't have it set up that way tonight. You just use one of your keys to bring it in, and I could draw right on top of the screen. I love using the Wacom tablet, but it will not operate it at all. Now, if I was displaying something on my Wacom tablet, in Windows, and I wanted to download a Windows type plugin and activate a page or scroll up and down the page, I can do that because the Wacom tablet is a monitor, and so I can display whatever is on my laptop on it. And right now it's hooked up to my PC, so I display my PC on it, I have the chat popped out, and I have it on the Wacom tablet because, again, it's just like if you had your PC or your laptop or your Mac, your laptop with 2 monitors, right? You had one on the right, one on the left with the laptop in the middle, and you could extend your displays. I can put the chat on the right-hand display. I can put the chat popped out on the left-hand display. Well, my Wacom tablet is like one of those displays. So instead of it being up on a mount, it sits here on my desk, just like this, and I have it unhooked so I can show it to you. So there's my Wacom tablet. And again, one of the things I added to my studio, absolutely love it. And then I can just simply tap on what chat I want to display. So I cleared that, and then I could go right here and do Doug's question. And I just tap on it. I could also use my mouse. So there's my mouse going up and down. So I could clear that with that mouse, put it right back up on the screen. And so it works just like another monitor. So, but I do not have the ability to turn it on and off with the new Stream Deck Plus. Hope that answers your question. Okay, So Doug Force looks pretty handy with buttons, touchpad, and knobs. Yeah, I think it is. It's not too expensive, $200 right now. So you're getting a lot for that. Again, I like the tilt of it, so you can see it. So I love the profile of how it's tilted up, so it's really easy to see. Again, plug and play, take it with you on the road. I have not tried to take it apart yet. There are a couple screws right here. So you could probably take the base off. I have not played with that, but I love the profile. So this would be something that I would take with me. Prefer to not have the tilt on it when I take it with my laptop, so it would fit in there easier. But the idea is to be able to control volume, to do Zoom meetings, and have this to go on live using my Insta360 Link, my one I use for traveling. So I have that nice web camera, have the ability to change positions on the screen. I like that. I can even do whiteboard work if I wanted to and set it up so that it will just go to the whiteboard, draw on it, can use hand signals, or you can just simply use that Insta360 camera. I brought the box with me tonight. Where is it? You can also hit Alt and number 1 through 6 once you've programmed the different locations on your keyboard, and it'll change locations in the room, which is really, really cool. I think I can demo this right now, so let me set that up real quick. Okay, so now what we will do, let's go to this 3 box. And I can use this as an example, but I can take my keyboard now and I can just simply hit Alt and 2, and it goes to the Stream Deck I still have on the shelf here. Then I can hit Alt 3, and it goes to my North Pole shelf, which is behind me on the wall. Alt 4. Then I have the closer view of the Stream Deck box. Alt 5. And now that's kind of an older shoulder shot. This was more right here with the hat on it before the live stream. And then Alt 6. And those are the 6 different locations that I have preset in the Insta360 camera. And so I love the ability to use that and go to different places in the room. In fact, tonight I have 2 cameras running, though I can't bring them both into OBS, and that's how I'm displaying this view down there on the right is through OBS tonight. It's the same thing I use for bringing chat on the air. So let me change back to the other view. And get back to the chat. So hopefully that answers your question. What did I do? Oh, I know what I did here. Sorry. Let's do this. Should be able to display chat again. Yeah, it would be cool, Joe, if we could do that and use it to turn the Wacom tablet on and off. It just simply has an on and off button right here. See if I can find it. Right here, it's barely visible. So I can just simply turn it off there. This is where the pin goes in when you're not using it, in this little holder. And it has these feet that fold up so that you can prop it up on your desk. And inside this little cable is HDMI and power. and USB. So you have to have a USB port, and you also have to have a power plugged in your wall, and then you need to have a HDMI output. So this is just one of the outputs from my laptop so that I can share the screen. Actually, sorry, my PC. And I have a PC and a laptop that's live every time I'm live with you guys. So for whatever it's worth, that's on right now. So I do the chat and that Skycam with my PC. And then on my laptop, that's what you saw me displaying so that I can be using it to bring into my live stream and show you things on software. So like right now, I could just simply go to me and my laptop, and the software is available to show you what it looks like. So then we're going to choose the different devices. You just go up here, and if I want to go to my pedal, which isn't hooked up right now, I click on it. If I want to go to my regular Extreme XL, there's the profiles for it. And then I can also use my iPhone, and I have the app for my iPhone, so I can use it so I can be remote, and my iPhone becomes a Stream Deck as well. Let's see if we can find the app. I can also control my Elgato lights, which is great. No pressure. I have lots and lots of icons, so I'm looking for the Stream Deck software. There it is. So I can fire it up, and then there's my buttons, and I can press any one of those buttons. And right now it's to turn all the lights on and off is the profile I have, and I can adjust lights. So I'll just tap this right now. They're not working. There they go. Back on again. All just using the phone. So again, this becomes a Stream Deck. The Plus becomes a portable Stream Deck for me. This is nice because it's not tethered, which is awesome. But again, you can see how many buttons you're limited to, and you got to change profiles to use this. I do not think you can use them all at the same. Well, I guess you could. You just can't see the software. I can change my lights right here now as well to the other setup, and then back again to camera 2 layout. And I could do the same thing from these buttons. And again, smaller profile, less buttons. The XL obviously has the most buttons available. And then if you get to the Plus, you have 8 buttons, but they are bigger and oversized, which is pretty cool. So logo back on. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a mini, Tony, but I have seen them before. I bought a mini for one of the churches that I did a install for over in Kennewick. Well, we added 2 cameras there. They're GH5s and a Stream Deck and an ATEM Mini Pro, because they're only recording and then broadcasting it later, uploading it later. And so it's cool to know the tech and then be able to help some of the people in my community and have them as clients. And so it's pretty cool. So I've done that with businesses. I've done that with churches and helping people with their home live streams a lot more than anything in the last few years. So thank you. Hit the like button if you enjoy these live streams. Again, I'm live every Tuesday. Many of you have joined me over and over and over again, and I so appreciate that. But thank you, Tony, for asking everybody to hit the like button. So can I change the spooky stinger sound. Yeah, it's just a an After Effects effect, right? And I can mute the audio. So if I don't want the audio, I might as well share this real quick. I'll mute it right now. So what I did is I just went into my HyperDeck 1 comes into 5 and 6. So you have 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see the volume's up. It was audio follow video. If I hit that again now, let's go to the same view. The sound's back on. If I turn audio follow video off, the sound is off. So if that's too spooky for you, Joe, too much Halloween, we will make that go away just for you. Oh my gosh, so much fun. It's getting hot in here. This fire is boiling back there. So I don't know if you noticed, but the snow blew into my corner shelf, and wow. And there's snowflakes hanging from the ceiling. It's just crazy in here. And what fun. The other thing I noticed, I was going to show you guys this today. Let's move this back over. I can hear my son trying out for some new teams in his bedroom. Let's go like this. Please stand by. Okay. So can I make this any bigger? No, not really. Let's go back to this. So I did an update to the control software for Elgato today, and they added these color choices on the corner LED lights. So it's actually cascading through different colors now. And I really like that feature. I don't know what else they added, but I had to update the firmware in my key light mini, my 2 key lights. And I also updated the firmware. This is my son's light. I could literally turn his light on right now while we're live, but I would be in trouble, so I won't turn that on. But I did update his firmware, and I need to let him know later tonight that he needs to update his control software. So that was cool that they've added the ability to have these lights. So it just goes to different lights and just slowly transitions, and I can still raise and lower how bright it is. I'm right down there, and I could create buttons to do that as well. Go back to that view. So that's cool. That's an added feature that's available that I learned about today, just getting ready for tonight's show. I wanted to make sure everything was up to date so that I would be able to show you guys the Stream Deck Plus. We should look to see if there's a firmware update. I don't see for sure. Check for firmware. And it says that I now have the latest firmware, so I'm pretty sure that's correct. So I might have to dig a little bit further to make sure that I have that. So how did I do that? Let's just go back to this. Sorry, it always has the stinger playing. So up here, there's this little systems icon, and that's where you would check for updates. So I can set a screensaver for my Stream Decks. Depending on which one I have, obviously I can't do it for the pedal, but I can do it for the Decl as well as the new Stream Deck Plus. And the brightness of the keys are right here. Here's the firmware version. And then you have accounts, profiles, and I have a zoom profile, my default profile. So there's lots and lots of things that you can do with this software. And I love the fact, oh, one more thing. I love the fact that you have all of these plugins. So you can see introducing the new Stream Deck, and got the videos here, a whole introduction already on their channel. All these plugins are available, and I haven't really looked at this to see what new plugins are here, but you have business tools. So lots of things you can do here, Zoom plugins, PowerPoint plugins. So if you're wondering if the Stream Deck is usable, it is amazing. In fact, let me know tonight in the chat if you have a Stream Deck any size. I would love to hear that, and that would be great. Okay. I'm not sure how to do that, Joe. Set up a loyalty reward program for people who join every week like a supermarket. Maybe when the channel gets a lot bigger and there's lots of income coming in, I could see having some, and I do get approached occasionally from some software or some designers, people that market and sell equipment. Most of them that reach out to me are obscure companies that I have to do research to even find out what they make. And a lot of what they make are just knockoffs from things that are made by, you know, like Wave, Rode, all of those different companies, microphones like you see now available from Elgato, as well as from so many other manufacturers. So I haven't really done anything with that yet. Okay, DJ Ware has the MK2. That's awesome. Tony has the Stream Deck, the standard one. Doug has the standard Stream Deck. So, okay, the other question I'd like to ask, and you guys can continue answering this, would be great. I'd love to hear that. Can I show the Zoom plugins for the Zoom call? Yeah, I'm probably not going to be using my profile tonight for Zoom, but in the Zoom call tonight, I will be happy to mess around with that and show you guys how to use that. I am set up to have a 3-box, and so we will do that. Lieutenant A.K. Allen has the XL. That's the size I have. That's got all the extra buttons. The Loop Deck, I've never owned one, but I've seen that way back from when I had my recording studio. So, and there was a lot of people making decks, right? MIDI decks that can communicate with software like Pro Tools, Final Cut Pro, Adobe Premiere. Even Blackmagic Design has their own deck for doing coloring. In fact, you can get it, I think, for free if you buy the updated DaVinci Resolve software. So if you're ever going to get the full version of DaVinci Resolve, do yourself a favor, get that deck with it. And it doesn't work in all the profiles of DaVinci Resolve, but it does coloring, but it does work for editing as well as coloring. So that's cool. And I know people that have those. I just have never used it, but I do like the Loop decks. I just have never purchased one. And to be honest with you, I'm so used to mousing around when I'm using my PC traveling, and I don't use a mouse like this when I'm editing that you got to move around the desk. I've been using a ball mouse by Logitech. In fact, this one has the metal plate that comes off. It just magnets on. And what I like about this is you can pivot it depending on what position. So if your wrist gets tired, you can just pivot it, and then I can activate it, program the buttons. I have a scroll wheel, and I just use my thumb to mouse around. So if I'm going to get any problems with carpal tunnel, it's going to be with my thumb. But these are the mice that I use. These are about $100 by Logitech, and I have 2 of them. So one goes on the road with me, and one stays here. And then I have them in. I have a PC station on this part of my desk, And then I have a laptop station on this part of my desk, and I move those around. I also have, see if I can get this on the air. Is it going to reach? No, of course not. Ugh. So close. Let me widen this shot. Sorry. I have this little device right here, and it is the Shuttle Pro version 2, and that's also a controller with a bunch of different buttons, and we will maybe we'll cover that later, and I can use that inside Adobe Premiere and scroll forward, scroll back when I'm editing video, and it is quite handy. But again, I am so comfortable using my mouse, and I know a lot of the shortcuts on the keyboard for Adobe Premiere because I do so much editing for kind of my work, both in the studio as well as outside of the studio. And I just got used to using my mouse, and I will be using some of the features in the Stream Deck Plus. So that will be one of my controllers. And I could also take that Shuttle Pro version 2, and I'll add a link to the Shuttle Pro version 2 later tonight in the notes after our Zoom call. So, and Hank from Stop and Think has a Stream Deck XL as well. And I recommend it just because of the extra buttons, but it's also the most expensive of the decks. And so keep that in mind if you're going to purchase it. So final thoughts. I just got it out of the box, but I did purchase it with my own money. This is not sponsored by Elgato, even though they should one day sponsor me because I do talk a lot about their products. What I like about it is that it works really great for gamers, people who are working from home, as well as people who are live streaming. So it just really helps automate it. Anytime I set up a new client with a home type streaming situation, I always recommend that product. And you know, there's lots of little things like these little MC lights that I like as well. They have batteries, they're magnetic, so I can just stick them on things. And I was using this to light the Stream Deck tonight, and these are remote controllable as well. Though they aren't operable from the Stream Decks. That's one thing I wish these would be able to do. But they're Aperture MC lights. I saw these on sale for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and I'm sure they'll be on sale some more. Usually these are about $100, and I've seen them as low as like $79 on sale. And they're multicolor, so, and they're really bright. This is set right now at 37%, and they're great for on camera. I have a mount where I can put some mounts. Let's see if I have one. Yeah, right here I have a little screw-on mount to go on top of a camera, and I have a mount that goes on a camera and then has two of these in, so I can put two of these side by side and use it as a portable light when I'm going mobile, which is great. So I also have the Key Light Mini, which has got a battery built into it, and when you're using it in the studio, you actually have a setting to bypass the battery, which is great as well. And these little adapters, I think, were like 25 cents in a packet, and they just screw in the bottom. And once you get it all the way in tight, then you can put it on top of a camera. It's best to get the kind with two of these little tightening bolts because it's nice to have one to tighten it up against the light and the other one to tighten it up against the flash mount. So again, turn this one off. I'm done using it for tonight for the Elgato Stream Deck Plus, but that's kind of the look at that product. I hope you guys enjoyed that video on the Stream Deck Plus, tonight's live. We are going to quit here in just a minute to go over and get ready for the Zoom. And if you don't know about the Zoom, let's do this. Where am I going here? Slideshow and me. I thought I hit slideshow in me. Let's fix that. I need a mouse. Okay, let's do this real quick. Really weird. So this is the still image. I want to change something here real quick. Let's go into box 2. And do that. So tonight we're going to have a Zoom gathering for our post show. Ratzo's going to be with me. He'll probably embarrass me tonight. If you do join the Zoom or haven't been invited to the Zoom yet, you can simply go on my website and subscribe real quickly. Let's get this out of the way and change inputs here real quick. So all you have to do is just put your email right there, and I will send you an invite before 5:30, and you can join that Zoom gathering. But definitely would like to have a chance to actually be face-to-face with everybody. I've been talking about it for the longest time. And so if you have not subscribed or you did not get the invite, I did invite about 9 or 10 people yesterday. I got a few confirmations. I haven't checked my email recently, but make sure you check your junk folder. That would have came from my email is KLB, and then obviously you'll recognize it with what's after it because it's similar to my page, and that's a Gmail email. So if you see that, that's the invite for tonight's 5:30 Zoom, and I'm going to launch that probably about 20 after, and we'll have a countdown. Well, about 7 minutes before the half hour, and we'll have a countdown going with this still image up there, and you can join that Zoom. I'll invite you in. We'll make sure everybody's audio and video is working. We probably, if we have too many people, they won't all be able to be on the screen at the same time unless they're talking, but we'll see how that plays out tonight in the live stream. So again, go to my website and subscribe. The link is below in the notes, and let's have a Zoom conversation tonight. I gave you 2 assignments in the notes that come with the link, and that is a highlight for 2022 and a gift idea for the holidays, whatever you're purchasing. If you are celebrating a holiday in your part of the world and you are exchanging some gifts, what would be your idea for a gift? I saved my number 1 for tonight's Zoom, and so that should be fun to share tonight. One of the things that I added to my world this year will be in my list. Okay, let's go back here. Joe has purchased chat on the air 4 XLs. That's crazy. That's a lot. Thank you, Tony. It was a good job with the demo. Yeah, it had a little hitch, but that was because if you looked at your PC, it tells you, do you want to copy over your profiles before it turns on? And I forgot about that. It does that with every device when you add it. Jay says he's thinking about getting the Elgato setup for his desk. Yeah, I mean, I like the lights. It's pretty soft. You could use a softbox and get softer light. I would recommend the key lights, not the key light minis, or not the key light airs. The key lights are not just brighter, and I rarely have them anywhere near full brightness, but they're wider, so it gives you a little softer light. And if you're about 2 or 3 feet away, it really wraps your head. And then I obviously have a fill light over here, and then I have the rim light, which is to add a little bit of a rim to my hair and my shoulders, and it's only so working tonight. So how is the RV content creation? Well, my current contract ends on the 15th of December. We have just the company that I'm working for is Click It RV. They just recently added a new lease and a new location, which we will be announcing soon. I will be going to that new location on Thursday and checking in not only a new product for that company, and they have currently 4 locations across the Northwest. This will be number 5. But not only are we going to check that product in, I'm going to do an interview with the CFO, a good friend of mine, and we're going to go through that unit, and I will be eventually sharing that video here on the channel. So thank you so much for answering that. So Doug says he has plans with his wife tonight, so he's going to miss the Zoom. But yeah, I wish you a very Merry Christmas as well. And was looking forward to being face-to-face with you, Doug. Maybe you and I can do that at a different time. I will reach out to you. That would be cool. And again, I do a free 1 hour consult. So if you ever just want to have an hour with me and you haven't already, you can take advantage of that as well. If you have my email, just send me a note and we'll put it on the schedule, and hopefully we'll be able to do that at some point together. Doug, I like the stuff you're doing. I think we have some things in common, and it would be just great to have a conversation. I believe that the 2 most important things in the world, right, outside of my relationship with that big guy upstairs, is people, right? That's the biggest commodity that we have in the world. Family, friends, associates, people we work with. It's a lot easier to get things accomplished when you're not doing it alone. And 2 people have so much potential over 1 person by themselves. If you don't believe me, climb a mountain by yourself. It's great to have someone else climbing with you, being strapped in to protect you as you decide to free climb up. And also, they exponentially grow. 2 yokes on 2 horses or 2 oxen, do the math. You can actually Google that tonight. How much can 1 oxen pull? How much more can 2 oxen pull? So there's something very powerful when we get together and we do things together, create together, Zoom together, live stream together, and I understand the value of that. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. We are going to call it a night for our live stream. And again, I hope you will join me on the Zoom. And if you haven't already registered on my lifejourneyproductions.com page to join that Zoom, then pop over there and I will make sure I email you the link. Just hang tight. Even if it doesn't get to you right at 5:30, it might get to you a little bit earlier. And I haven't missed anybody that requested to be a part of that. And if there's 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 10, I am very, very much looking forward to it. It's going to be the highlight of tonight, and Ratso will be there. So, and he's in a festive move. So, okay, well, I will see you soon. Sounds like Joe is going to be in that post show. It will not be broadcast. It will not be recorded. It's just going to be a Zoom conversation together. Plan on going from about 5:30 between 6:30 and 7, depending on when we wrap it up. Please come ready with a highlight for 2022 so far, as well as a idea for a gift for the holidays. And I will see you guys over there. Okay, it's great. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you will consider the Stream Deck Plus as maybe an addition to your studio, your mobile travels. I will tell you more as I use it. I plan on keeping it in the studio during the break. I will be off from December 15th to January 15th, and then it looks like I will be contracting again with this local RV dealer for 2 or 3 days a week, and that's going to be fun. But can continue building the studio, continue building my production company. We're not going anywhere, and I'm planning on adding a couple new things, new twists to 2023 that should be a lot of fun. And tired of just being in this one location, so I'm planning on 2 sets in here as well as another set in the house coming very soon here to Life Journey Production Studios in 2023. So again, if you haven't tonight, I sure appreciate every one of those. If you're listening or watching this later, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, ring the bell if you want to get alerted when my Elgato Stream Deck Plus video comes out. And also share if you'd like to share it with friends and family. You think they might grow from this, then please share this. So I am Keith. I will see you over in the Zoom in about 10 minutes. And if not, I will see you next time. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great, beautiful, memorable holiday season. Until next week, I will see you then. Have a great day. Great night. Enjoy the fire.